Hi guys, I'm Gabby if this is your first time here, and if you're returning, thank you so much and welcome back. Today's video is another requested one. The viewer who requested this video, I'll place her name here on the screen. And to that viewer, I wanted to say thank you for watching my video and thank you for your question. Here's the viewer's request. Please kindly do a video on jobs that offer visa sponsorship. Now, let me first preface this video by saying that I am not an expert in immigration law. It's a very complex field, and the purpose of my channel is to share my immigration journey with others, which includes sharing things that I've learned along the way that perhaps may help you as well. So please do your due diligence in researching further on your own, as well as to determine if you should apply these things personally for yourself. A fun fact about me is I enjoy reading and research, so it was enjoyable for me to do a little bit of studying up on this subject. So let me share with you guys what I found. So what makes acquiring a work visa extremely difficult for many is that before you can even apply for the work visa, you first must have an employer who is willing to offer you a job and act as your petitioner in your visa application process. But before we even discuss jobs, I think it's important for you to understand the visa work options that are available to you. There are many types of U.S. work visas, but there are two main types of work visas. One is the non-immigrant work visa, which is for temporary employment, and two, the immigrant work visa, which is for permanent employment. Now, as I said, there are various visas in each category, but for the purpose of this video, I will only list a few. So when it comes to non-immigrant visas, the most popular work visa is the H-1B visa. And this is for people who hold a bachelor's degree and have a job offer that requires a specialized skill. Then there is the L1 visa, and you're eligible for it if you're transferring from a company you work for outside of the U.S. to an affiliate branch of the same company within the U.S. Now, for the immigrant visa, there are several types as well, but I'll list three here. The first is the EB1 visa. You're eligible for this type visa if you have an extraordinary ability in your field. Two would be the EB2 visa. Those who have a profession that requires an advanced degree in the fields of science, business, and arts are eligible for this visa. And then the third visa that I'm going to share in this category is the EB3 visa. Those eligible for this specific visa are skilled workers with at least 2 years of training, or those who have a professional job that requires at least a bachelor's degree. Now, remember, I'm only sharing a few in each category, so there's additional ones that are available to you. It just will require a little research. Now, the most important question is, how do you identify these U.S. employees who are willing to sponsor a visa, a work visa? Well, there are similarities to it when you're applying for your typical job, in that you can do online searches for jobs through sites such as Indeed and LinkedIn, but you'll want to add a keyword search for visa sponsorship. Additionally, you want to seek out employers with a history or experience in hiring foreign workers. We'll discuss how you will find these particular employees later. And also, networking is still going to be very important. So you want to utilize your network of U.S. connections, even if these connections are from social media. So if you know someone who has a work visa, reach out to that person to find out exactly how they were successful in landing that particular visa and that job. Finally, once you've identified a prospective employee, you want to also reach out to the employer directly. Even if there's no job openings, submitting a resume is still a good idea. You also want to name drop those U.S. connections that you have that work for this company. And you will most definitely want to make sure that your resume has a U.S. format for that specific industry. So if you know someone who's knowledgeable with U.S. resumes for your specific industry, reach out to them and have them review your resume for you. Now, let's get to the companies themselves. So, of course, some of the big and well-known companies who will willing to sponsor visas will be your Amazons, your Googles, and your Facebook. Now, when we're talking about the types of companies that are typical to sponsor visas, there are a few type companies, and these are typically tech companies, consulting firms, manufacturing companies, the education field, which will include schools and universities, and then there's the financial services and investment banks. Now, a few examples for tech companies will be, of course, as I mentioned before, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, Apple, etc. Consulting companies will be like your McKinsey's and companies. Financial services will be like JP Morgan. Manufacturing will be companies like Mattel. And for education, it will be schools such as Howard University, Columbia University, etc. Again, this list is not exhaustive. This is a few examples that I want to share with you. You can find out more on other companies that are willing to sponsor your visa by doing just a little research. There are databases that will list the companies who have previously sponsored H-1B visas in the past and also may have some job openings. So I'm going to list those on this screen. There are two that I know of. It's the myvisajobs.com. This is a database of employees that have sponsored visas in the past, and then they may list new job openings on this site as well. The H1Bdata.com, this database has up-to-date salary information on jobs that are held by those who have a H1B visa sponsorship. Also, when you're doing online job searches on sites such as Indeed and LinkedIn, please be careful and make sure that these job offers are authentic, and please make sure you read the job listing in its entirety to confirm that this employer is willing to sponsor a work visa. Finally, immigration law is complex, and asking a company to sponsor your visa requires them to devote additional and valuable time and money to hire you. This is why mostly bigger companies are able to do so, because they have the resources. But regardless, you as a prospective employee, you must demonstrate to the employer what makes you unique and valuable, that they should hire you, a foreigner, instead of an American citizen. Okay, I hope that I've answered the viewer's question, and I hope that this video has been helpful for others. Thank you so much for watching. I look forward to seeing you guys in the next video. Bye.